Disclosure time, I received a copy of this game to review for free. Hope you enjoy.
Boring! Boring!
Hey! Size 5 Games is an indie developer behind a number of games, including The Swindle and the BAFTA award-winning Privates. I haven't played any of their games before, but when Notch retweeted some tweets about some guy wanting to make a football game, my interest was piqued. Behold, the Kickmen is kind of like a football game, soccer I guess. Well, I think you have to kind of hear it from the beginning. What appeared to be a joke, Dan Marshall of Size 5 Games spent over a year chronicling his development of a sports game, even though he had little knowledge of how the sport worked in the first place. I found his humor very entertaining and followed him from the onset. So here we are. The game is officially released on Steam and it is discounted at $3.99. What have I gotten myself into? Like most story modes, you start by creating your team, including your name, color, and other important options. Right away, the game's humor shows, as every team must end in the word United. There are many little touches like this that true football fans will appreciate, and everyone else will just assume, like Dan did, that this is how the game actually is. To set up the action, there are various cutscenes where you interact with the best player, as well as your coach, and I assume other characters as well. There are decisions to make and relationships appear to build in these scenes, but I have no idea what effect this has on the game itself. In story mode, you can spend money you earn from games on boosting abilities, and every win unlocks an advanced ability. There's also an option to move your player's starting points on the field, but as you'll see, at least in the beginning, it looks like you're watching teams of 8-year-olds play the sport. At this level, the players just bash into each other and are so horribly skilled that they can't do much of anything. The only two advanced abilities you start with is shooting and tackling. I was a little disappointed that even passing was locked out of this part of the game. I mean, the only thing that made these early matches bearable was that they're so easy. I won this first game 7-0. While there is a tutorial mode, I wish this part of the game was included there too, and that I could skip to the point where I could at least have the major gameplay elements unlocked. Since I haven't dived too deeply into the story mode yet, my favorite mode is simply the quick play. In fact, the game itself feels a little slow, so I crank up the speed 25%. I am by no means an expert gamer, and I will almost always choose normal difficulty, but something about this game just feels a little handicapped. I know the difficulty will definitely pick up later, and that's probably when the game will be even more fun for those who are up to the challenge. In quick play, all the major elements are present. There is passing, which is simple enough, tackling, which now includes a timing mechanic, and if you press tackle again at the right moment, your player will continue with the ball instead of it being knocked away randomly. Shooting can be held for more power but less accuracy, and also spun to curve left or right. There is also a dodge left or dodge right ability that can only be used by a player once in possession, and it is great for dodging tackles. Finally, there's a sprint button, which affects the stamina of the player, and really doesn't make you go that much faster if you currently have the ball. Altogether, these abilities make a fun and rewarding arcade soccer experience. When you land a perfect tackle, a huge pass, and inevitably a goal, it feels great. Some quirks to the regular soccer formula that you are sure to notice is that sometimes when you make a goal you get 2 instead of 1. Extra time just randomly happens, and offsides brings up a huge warning on the screen and you have to leave one side of the field before you get penalized. There may be other fake rules, and these things just kind of make Kickmen unique. It makes it what it is, and it gives it that little extra charm. Overall, this game is hard to review. I mean, it's based on soccer, but you have to call it an arcade soccer game. The rules are changed, so that kind of reminds me of NFL Blitz and Mutant League and NBA Jam style games. Depending on how much you enjoy the humor, I mean, I believe this game could be fun to play through the story mode once, and if it sells enough copies and receives a free multiplayer one day, it will definitely be worth the money. I mean, it's under $5. I would definitely like to see this game on a mobile platform or portable console because that's what it feels like. I mean, you play a game of fast arcade soccer action and then you put it down. If it ever comes out on the Switch, I may even buy it myself. Until then, make sure you watch this video closely and that you know exactly what you're getting yourself into if you buy it. Thanks for watching.